Taurus, this is the reading you were meant to find today, August 13th, 2026, and the universe is placing something extraordinary directly into your path, a miracle, a person, a love so deep, so undeniable, that it will make every heartbreak you have ever carried feel like it was simply preparing your soul for this one moment. You have waited, you have doubted, you have whispered to the night sky, wondering if love was simply not written for you. But I need you to hear me clearly right now. Someone is coming toward you with a love that will rewrite everything you believed about yourself. And the twist, this person may already be closer than you think. Before we go deeper into this revelation, I want you to tell me in the comments, where in the world are you watching from tonight? Drop your location, tap that like button, and let the universe know you are ready to receive. Because what unfolds in the next few minutes will shift something inside you permanently. My dear, beautiful Taurus, welcome. Breathe, settle your shoulders. Unclench that jaw you have been holding tight for weeks, maybe months. Today is August the 13th, 2026, and I need you to understand something before we go any further. You did not click on this video by accident. You did not stumble here out of curiosity. Something inside you, that quiet, stubborn, aching part of your heart that still believes even when your mind tells you not to. That part of you guided your fingers to this exact moment. And I am so deeply, profoundly glad you are here. Because the stars are speaking a language of miracles today, Taurus, and they are speaking it directly to you. There is a promise forming in the cosmos right now. Promise so tender and so specific that it almost feels like the universe leaned down and whispered your name. A person is entering your orbit, or re-entering it, with a kind of love you have never been given before. Not the half-hearted, confusing, mixed signal kind of love you have grown accustomed to surviving. No, this is the kind of love that looks at you and says, without hesitation, without performance, without games, I see you, all of you, and I am not leaving. This is the love that feels like finally setting down a suitcase you did not realize you had been carrying for years. This is the love that makes your nervous system exhale. And Taurus, it is closer than your doubt will allow you to believe. But let me speak to the ache first. Let me speak to the waiting. Because I know you. I know how it feels to be the sign that endures, that stays steady, that holds the ground while everyone else moves forward. I know what it feels like to watch seasons change, to watch other people receive what you have been quietly praying for, and to wonder if something in you is broken. If perhaps you asked for too much, if perhaps love simply skipped your name on the list. You have carried that doubt like a stone in your chest. You have smiled through it. You have told yourself you are fine, you are patient, you are strong, and you are. But being strong does not mean the waiting has not hurt. Being steady does not mean the silence has not echoed. And I want you to know, right now, in this sacred little space between you and me, that your waiting was never punishment. It was preparation. The universe was not forgetting you. The universe was building the version of you who could finally receive what is coming without shrinking, without deflecting, without whispering. Are you sure you mean me? You are being prepared for a love that requires the whole of you, not the guarded you, not the version that learned to need less so it would hurt less. The whole, soft, deserving you, and that preparation takes time. That preparation takes tears you cry in the shower where no one can hear. That preparation takes nights where you almost text someone you should not text, and you don't, and that restraint is its own quiet holiness. You have been holy in your waiting. Taurus, do not let anyone, including your own inner critic, convince you otherwise. The tarot confirms this unfolding for me tonight. I see the energy of the star card hovering over your reading, that luminous, gentle figure pouring water back into the earth after the destruction of the tower. You have had your tower moments. You have had the ground crack beneath you. But the star says what comes after the breaking is not more breaking. It is healing. It is softness returning. It is the slow, sacred refill of everything that was emptied out of you. And alongside the star, I feel the Two of Cups rising. The meeting of two souls who recognize each other not with fireworks, but with a quiet, stunned whisper of, "Oh, there you are, I have been looking for you," without knowing your name. Now, before we continue, I want to gently remind you with love that this is a general reading. The cosmos speaks in broad brushstrokes here, and your own intuition is the finest filter you possess. Take what resonates. Set aside what does not. You are the author of your own spiritual truth, and I am simply here to hold up a lantern so you can see the path more clearly. Later in this reading, we are going to go deeper, much deeper. We will speak about your heart, about the love that is blooming whether you are coupled or walking solo. We will speak about your work, your money, your body, your family, your energy, your focus. We will look at which signs are most magnetically drawn to you right now. We will pull more cards. We will go into the mystical architecture of what this August is building in your life. So stay with me. Let yourself settle into this. You deserve the full message. And if this is already touching something tender in you, if you felt that little release in your chest when I said your waiting was preparation and not punishment, I would be so honored if you tapped the like button. It tells the universe you are open. It tells this little channel that these words are landing where they need to land. You do not have to say anything, just that small tap, that small yes. Thank you, beautiful soul. Now, your lucky numbers for today. August the 13th. Write these down, speak them aloud if you can. 7, 14, 23, 38, and 42. These numbers carry a frequency of completion and new beginnings woven together. You may see them on a clock, on receipt, in a conversation. When you do, take it as a wink from the divine. And your color today is emerald green, the color of your ruling planet Venus, the color of the heart chakra opening after a long winter. Wear it if you can, even a small thread of it near your skinches. Let it remind your body that growth is happening even when you cannot see the leaves yet. There is something deeper here, Taurus. Something beneath the love, beneath the numbers, beneath the green. It is a shift in your very sense of worthiness. And that is where we go next. There is something deeper here, Taurus. Something that lives beneath the love story, beneath the numbers, beneath the emerald glow I asked you to carry today. And I need to speak to it now, gently. The way you would speak to a dear friend who has been standing in a doorway for too long, neither stepping inside nor walking away. I need to speak to your worthiness. Because here is the truth the cosmos is pressing into your palms this August. You have been measuring your value by what you endure, by how much you can carry without breaking, by how quietly you can suffer and still show up the next morning with a composed face. And that is noble. That is so deeply, achingly you. But it is not the full truth of who you are. You are not valuable because you survive. You are valuable because you exist, because you are here. Because the particular way you love, the particular way you make a room feel safe just by breathing in it, that is not something you earned. That is something you are. And the person coming toward you, the one this reading promised at the very start, they are not drawn to your endurance. They are drawn to your softness. The softness you have been hiding because the world taught you it was a liability. It is not a liability. Taurus, it is the very thing that makes you magnetic. It is the very thing that makes this incoming love possible. Patience, I know, is a word that probably makes you want to close this video. You have heard it 1,000 times. Be patient, trust the timing. Everything happens when it should. And yes, I will say it again, but I will say it differently this time. Patience, for you right now, is not about sitting still and hoping. Patience is active faith. It is the decision, made fresh every single morning, to not sabotage what is growing simply because it has not bloomed yet. It is choosing not to send the text that reopens the wound. It is choosing not to accept the half-love that shows up just because the full love has not arrived yet. It is saying, with quiet ferocity, I will not shrink my deserving to fit someone else's inability to show up. That is patience, and you have been practicing it longer than you realize, and it is working. The roots are deep, the bloom is coming, but that is not all. The universe is also showing me something about your intuition, and I need you to lean in for this. For months now, you have been receiving signals. Small ones, a name that keeps appearing, a song that plays at the exact moment you are thinking about someone, a dream so vivid you wake up with the feeling of a hand on your chest. You have been brushing these off, telling yourself you are imagining things, telling yourself you are being foolish. That hope is just another way to set yourself up for disappointment. But Taurus, I need you to stop dismissing what your spirit already knows. Your intuition is not fantasy. It is the language your soul speaks when your mind is too loud, too afraid, too conditioned by old hurt to listen. Trust the small signals. Trust the name that keeps surfacing. Trust the dream. Trust the feeling in your gut when someone's energy shifts toward you. You are not making it up. You are remembering what was always there. And now, I want to pull the cards deeper for you. I want to go beyond the star and the Two of Cups. Because the reading is layering, and I feel more archetypes pressing forward, wanting to be seen by you tonight. The first card that rises is the Empress. She comes to you in full bloom, seated in a field of wheat and wildflowers, and she says, you are allowed to receive without earning it first. This is significant for you, Taurus, because you are ruled by Venus, And the Empress is Venus in her most abundant, unapologetic form. She does not ration her love. She does not make you audition for her warmth. And the message here is that the love entering your life carries this Empress energy. It will not ask you to perform. It will not require you to be smaller, quieter. Less, it will say, come as you are in your fullness, in your stubbornness, in your beauty, in your mess, and I will meet you there. If you have been bracing yourself for a love that asks you to change before you are allowed to be held, release that fear. That is not what is coming. The second card is the Four of Swords reversed. Upright, this card speaks of rest, of retreat, of a mind that has shut down to protect itself. Reversed, it says the retreat is ending. The long mental winter where you told yourself you were fine being alone, fine not needing anyone, fine keeping the walls high. That winter is thawing. You are being invited back into the world of feeling. And I know that is terrifying. I know that after heartbreak, the safest place feels like the fortress of your own solitude. But the Four of Swords reversed is not asking you to be reckless. It is asking you to be gently, slowly, tenderly available again. To let someone bring you tea, to let someone ask how your day was and actually answer honestly. To let someone see you before you have composed yourself. That small, terrifying openness is the doorway, and you are standing at the threshold right now. The third card, and this one made me pause when it appeared, is the Wheel of Fortune. This is destiny in its most literal form. This is the card that says, this was always going to happen. This meeting, this recognition, this collision of two souls. It was written before either of you knew the other's name. The wheel tells you that what is coming is not random. It is not luck. It is not you finally settling. It is a cosmic appointment. And the wheel also reminds you that cycles turn. What was stuck is unsticking. What was delayed is accelerating. You may feel, in the coming weeks, that time itself changes texture. That things you have been waiting on for months suddenly shift in a matter of days. That is the wheel turning. Do not resist the acceleration. Do not cling to the old pace out of familiarity. Let it move. Let it carry you. What happens next is important, because I can feel the reading widening. The love is the headline, yes. But it is not the only blessing. The cosmos is touching every area of your life simultaneously, as if it decided that August 13th would be the day Taurus stops surviving and starts thriving. And I want to walk you through each of those areas. Your body, your work, your finances, your family, your energy, your focus. The signs that are most aligned with you right now, all of it, all woven together. Because you are not just a heart waiting to be loved. You are a whole life, and the whole life is shifting, so take a breath. Let those three cards settle into you, the Empress, the Four of Swords reversed, the Wheel of Fortune, abundance, thawing, destiny. Say them to yourself tonight before you sleep. Let them be a lullaby. Let them be a permission slip. You are allowed to believe good things are coming. You are allowed to hope without apology. You are allowed to be the person who finally gets the love they kept giving to everyone else. Let us move now into your body, Taurus. Into the temple that carries you through every single day, whether you thank it or not. Because I need to be honest with you, and I say this with so much tenderness. Your body has been holding more than you have allowed yourself to notice. The tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your jaw that flares up around 3 in the afternoon, when the weight of everything you are managing presses down all at once. The shallow breathing you do without realizing it, as if somewhere along the way you decided that taking up too much space, even the space of a full, deep breath, was asking too much of the world. Your body has been storing your patience, your waiting, your quiet grief. And it has been storing it in muscle and bone and breath. And I want you to know that the healing that is coming into your love life is also coming into your physical form. You cannot separate them. You were never meant to. The cards show me the energy of the Four of Pentacles softening around you. Upright, that card is a figure clutching coins to their chest, terrified of loss, gripping so tightly their knuckles go white. That has been your body's posture for too long, holding, bracing, guarding, but the energy is loosening now. In the coming weeks, you may notice yourself sleeping more deeply. Not the exhausted, collapsed sleep of someone running on empty, but the soft, sinking, restorative sleep of someone who finally feels safe enough to let go. You may feel a sudden urge to stretch, to walk barefoot on grass, to press your palms into cool water and just stand there, breathing. Honor those urges. They are your body asking for what it needs. Drink more water than you think you require. Move your body not to punish it or reshape it, but to remind it that it is alive, that it is allowed to take up space, that it belongs to you and no one else. There is a healing arriving, Taurus. A quiet, cellular release of the stress you have been carrying since last autumn. Let it come. Let your body soften the way your heart is beginning to soften. But that is not all. The universe is also showing me a significant shift in your work and career path. And I want you to hear this clearly because I know how much of your identity is tied to what you build, what you create, what you provide. You are Taurus. You are the builder. The steady hand, the one who shows up and does the work even when no one is watching, even when no one says thank you. And lately, it has felt invisible, hasn't it? It has felt like you are pouring your skill, your time, your quiet excellence into something that does not reflect your worth back to you. You have wondered if you are stuck, if this is as far as it goes, if perhaps you missed the window for something greater. You did not miss anything. I need you to hear that. You did not miss the window. The window is opening now. The wheel of fortune I showed you earlier is not only turning in love, it is turning in your professional life. Something you planted weeks or even months ago, an idea, conversation, project, an application you sent with very little hope, is beginning to germinate beneath the surface. You cannot see it yet, but it is pushing through the soil. Within the next few weeks, expect communication that surprises you. An email, a phone call, a message from someone you had stopped expecting to hear from. This communication carries an opportunity that aligns more closely with your actual gifts than what you have been forcing yourself to fit into. Do not dismiss it because it arrives in an unexpected form. Do not say no simply because it looks different from what you imagined. Say maybe. Say tell me more. Say let me sit with it. The answer does not have to be immediate, but the door is opening, and you must at least look through it. And if you are in the space of searching, of sending applications into silence, of refreshing your inbox and feeling that slow erosion of confidence with every day that passes without a reply, I see you. I see how much it costs you to keep going when the world gives you nothing back but quiet. But the Four of Swords reversed is here in your career too. The stillness is ending. The silence is breaking. Something is about to respond, and when it does, it will feel like validation not just of your skills, but of your persistence, your refusal to give up on yourself even when the evidence was thin. You kept going. That mattered. That was not wasted. That was the universe testing whether you truly wanted this, and you proved that you do. The reward for that proof is coming. What happens next is important, because we must speak of money. And I will not pretend this section is easy, because I can feel the pressure you have been carrying, the quiet arithmetic you do at night, lying awake, subtracting and adding in your head. The way you say, I'm fine, when someone asks how things are going, because the alternative is admitting that the numbers do not quite add up, and that terrifies you more than you want to say. You are not ashamed. You should not be. You are navigating a season of financial recalibration. And recalibration always feels like loss before it feels like alignment. Something had to shift. An old structure of earning, of spending, of relating to security had to crack open so that a truer relationship with abundance could form. The Ace of Pentacles is present in your reading, and I want you to truly absorb what that means. The Ace of Pentacles is a seed of material blessing offered by an open hand from the clouds above. It is new income, a new stream. A gift, a door in a wall you did not know was there. It is not a lottery fantasy. It is grounded, real, tangible. It may come as a small raise, side opportunity, refund you forgot about, a project that pays more than you expected, or a conversation that leads to something financially stabilizing. But it is coming. The pressure you feel right now is the pressure before the release. It is the inhale before the exhale. Hold just a little longer. The money is finding its way back to you. And more importantly, your peace around money is finding its way back to you. The belief that you will always be scrambling, that there will never be quite enough, that you must earn rest before you are allowed to feel safe. That belief is dissolving, slowly, gently, but dissolving nonetheless. There is something deeper here about how you relate to security, and we will touch on that more as we continue. But for now, I want you to take this section and press it into your chest like a warm cloth. Your body is healing. Your work is shifting. Your finances are turning. You are not stuck. You are in the sacred, uncomfortable, holy middle of a transformation, and the middle always feels like the end until it suddenly, beautifully, does not. Now we come to the heart of this reading, the center of it, the place where everything else has been leading. Because I know why you are here, Taurus. I know what made your thumb stop scrolling. I know what made your chest tighten when you read those words in the title. This person will love you more than anyone ever has. And something in you, even after all the guarding, even after all the careful rebuilding, even after all the nights you told yourself you were complete without another person, something in you whispered, "Could it really be me this time?" And I am here to tell you, with every card, with every star placement, with every whisper of the cosmos pressing against this August night, yes, it is you. It has always been you. You simply had to survive everything that was not the right person in order to recognize the one who is. If you are in a relationship right now, I want to speak to you with particular tenderness. Because the energy I sense around your partnership is one of quiet recalibration. There has been distance, not necessarily anger, not necessarily conflict, but the slow, creeping distance of two people who love each other and yet have forgotten how to reach across the space between them. You have been tired. They have been tired. The tenderness got buried under logistics, under routines, under the weight of days that asked too much of you both. And somewhere in that accumulation, you started to wonder if the spark was simply gone, if what you had was enough but no longer extraordinary, if love, real love, the kind that makes your knees weak and your eyes sting with gratitude, was something that belonged to a younger version of you. It is not gone. I need you to hear that. The Two of Cups is not card of new love only. It is also the card of reunion within a bond that already exists. In the coming days, there is a moment waiting for you and your partner. A small moment, not grand, not cinematic, perhaps a quiet evening where the phones go down and the silence between you stops being empty and starts being full. Perhaps a sentence they say that catches you off guard, that lands in a place you thought had gone numb. Perhaps simply the way they look at you across a room and you remember, with a physical ache, why you chose them. The love is not gone, Taurus. It was resting. It was waiting for both of you to be soft enough to meet it again. And that softness is arriving now. Let it. But if you are single, and I feel you, I feel the particular loneliness of being single when you are a person who loves deeply, who gives generously, who would pour your whole heart into someone if they would only let you. If you are single, I need you to listen very carefully, because this is the part of the reading that belongs most specifically to you. The person I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, the one who will love you more than anyone ever has, they are not fantasy. They are not a comfort I am offering to make you feel better for 10 minutes before you close this video and return to the quiet of your evening. They are real, they are alive. They are living their own life right now, in their own city, in their own struggle, in their own quiet longing. And the path between you and them is shortening with every single day that passes. The way this person will love you will undo something in you. I want to prepare you for that. It will not feel like the love you are used to. It will not feel like earning, or performing, or managing someone else's emotions while yours go unattended. It will feel, at first, almost uncomfortable, almost suspicious, because you have been loved in ways that required you to be smaller, quieter, less demanding. And when someone loves you without those conditions, your first instinct may be to flinch, to look for the catch, to wait for the other shoe. I need you to know that the flinching is not truth. It is memory. It is the ghost of every person who made you feel that your needs were too much. This person will not make you feel that way. This person will say, "Tell me what you need," and mean it. And you will weep, Taurus, not from sadness, from the sheer, overwhelming relief of finally being loved the way you always deserved. The star card is watching over this incoming love. The star says it will come after your hardest season. It says it will come when you have stopped looking, when you have poured your grief back into the earth and decided to tend your own garden for a while. And that is exactly where you are. You are tending your garden. You are pulling weeds you did not plant. You are watering soil that has been dry for too long. And this person is walking toward your garden right now, drawn by the very act of you choosing yourself. They are not coming to rescue you. They are coming to witness you, to say, "I see what you have built in your solitude, and it is beautiful, and I would like to sit in it with you, if you will let me." There is something deeper here about family as well, because love does not arrive in a vacuum. It arrives into the whole ecosystem of your life. And I sense that your relationship with your family, or at least one member of your family, has been carrying a weight lately. An unspoken tension. A conversation that needs to happen, but that you keep postponing because you are afraid of what it will open. You are afraid that if you say the true thing, the honest thing, the thing that has been sitting in your throat like a stone, it will change the shape of the bond forever. And perhaps it will. But perhaps the change is not destruction. perhaps it is a correction. A realignment. The Justice card is present in this family energy, and justice does not bring cruelty. Justice brings truth. And truth, even when it stings, even when it rearranges the furniture of a relationship, is ultimately kinder than the silence that came before. You do not have to fix everything this week. You do not have to fix everything this month. But the permission to speak, to set a boundary, to say, I love you. And I also need this to be different. That permission is yours now. The universe is handing it to you. Take it when you are ready, and know that love and honesty are not opposites. They are the same hand, reaching toward the same healing. Your heart is being rebuilt, Taurus, every chamber of it, and the rebuilding is not happening in isolation. It is happening in your romance, in your family, in the quiet spaces between you and the people who have been there the longest. All of it is softening. All of it is preparing to hold more love than it has held before. But that is not all. The universe is also showing me your internal battery, Taurus, and I need to speak to your energy and your emotional tone right now. Because if I am being completely honest with you, you have been running on fumes for longer than you want to admit. You have been waking up already feeling behind, already feeling the weight of the day before your feet even touch the floor. You have been giving 80% of yourself to your obligations, your worries, and your quiet heartaches, and leaving only 20% for your own joy. And that 20% has felt heavy. It has felt like walking through water. Your emotional state has been one of anxious endurance. You have been holding your breath, waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for the waiting to end. But here is the shift. Here is the beautiful, undeniable turn that is happening in your energy field this very week. The exhaustion is beginning to break. You are moving out of the season of survival and stepping into a season of receiving. The Nine of Pentacles is wrapping around your aura right now, and this is the card of the solitary figure, standing in a lush, abundant garden, a falcon resting gently on their hand. It is the energy of self-sufficiency, blossoming into deep, unshakable empowerment. You are going to notice change in how you carry yourself. You will walk into a room and not immediately scan it for threats or rejections. You will look in the mirror and not immediately critique what you see. A quiet, fierce protection is settling over your spirit. You are finally realizing that your peace is too expensive to trade for someone else's confusion. This emotional shift from fear to feeling protected is the very magnet that is pulling this new love toward you. When you stop vibrating at the frequency of lack, the universe has no choice but to fill your hands. There is something deeper here regarding your mind, your focus, and your studies. If you are a student, or if you are simply trying to learn a new skill, build a new habit, or focus on your own personal growth, I know how frustrating the last few months have been. Your mind has been loud. The brain fog has been thick. How can you possibly focus on a textbook, a certification, or a new project when your heart is echoing with unanswered questions? You have been sitting at your desk, reading the same paragraph 4 times, feeling a slow, creeping panic that you are losing your edge, that your mind is slipping away from you. But what happens next is important because the fog is lifting. The Page of Swords is rushing into your reading, bringing a sharp, beautiful, crystalline clarity. The mental noise is going to quiet down. You will sit down to study or work, and suddenly, it will just click. The information will absorb into your mind like rain into dry earth. This focus is not an accident. It is a divine gift. The universe is giving you this mental sharpness right now so that you can build the solid foundation that this incoming love and abundance will rest upon. Do not fight the urge to organize your life right now. Clean your space. Write your lists. Let the clarity wash over you. You are reclaiming your mind, and with it, you are reclaiming your future. And as you reclaim your mind and your energy, you become a beacon. Which brings us to the souls who are magnetically drawn to you in this season. The compatibility. Because the universe often uses specific energetic signatures to deliver its blessings, and there are 3 signs vibrating on your exact frequency this August. The first is Virgo. There is a profound, grounding earth magic between you and Virgo right now. They see the details you miss. They notice when you are tired before you even say a word. If a Virgo is stepping into your life, they are bringing acts of service, quiet devotion, and a love that shows up in the practical, everyday moments that actually sustain a life together. The second sign is Cancer. This is a water and earth merging, creating the deepest, most fertile soil for love to grow. Cancer is offering you the emotional safe harbor you have been craving. They are not afraid of your depth. They are not intimidated by your loyalty. They want to nurture you, and more importantly, They want to let you nurture them in return. With Cancer, the walls come down completely. The third sign is Pisces. This is the spiritual, poetic connection. Pisces sees your soul, Taurus. They see the dreams you haven't even spoken out loud yet. If a Pisces is in your orbit, they are bringing a boundless, imaginative love that will remind you that life is not just about what you can build and touch, but what you can feel and dream. They will love you with softness that feels like a prayer. You may have felt isolated lately, like no one truly speaks your language, like you are translating your heart for people who do not have the dictionary. But that isolation is ending. These energies are stepping forward, whether they are the romantic partner coming in, a profound new friend, or a mentor who changes your path. They are the mirrors reflecting your worth back to you. You are being seen, you are being understood, and you are so deeply, profoundly ready for it. And so, my dear, beautiful Taurus, we arrive at the end of this reading, and I want you to do something for me right now. I want you to physically exhale. Let your shoulders drop. Let your hands unclench. Let your jaw soften. Let the breath leave your lungs slowly, completely, as if you are releasing every single worry, every single doubt, every single night you spent wondering if you had been forgotten. Breathe it out. You have not been forgotten. You were never forgotten. You were being prepared. You were being held in the palm of something so vast and so loving that your human mind could not have seen the full picture. But I hope, in these last few minutes together, you have felt the edges of that picture. I hope you have felt the shape of what is coming toward you. You are relieved. Let yourself feel that relief. Let it wash over you like warm water. You do not have to carry the weight of the waiting anymore. The waiting is ending. You are empowered. Not in the loud, performative way the world sometimes demands, but in the quiet, rooted, unshakable way that is truest to you. You are the mountain that does not move when the wind howls. You are the garden that blooms regardless of whether anyone stops to admire it. You are protected. The universe has placed a hand over your heart in this season, and no confusion, no half-love. No old wound can reach you unless you open the gate yourself. You do not have to open it. You do not have to let in anything that does not serve your becoming. You are hopeful. And that hope is not naive. It is not foolish. It is earned. You earned it with every tear you cried in private and wiped away before facing the world. You earned it with every time you chose yourself when it would have been easier to choose less. And you are motivated, not by fear, not by lack, but by the simple, radiant knowledge that your life is expanding, and you get to walk into that expansion with your head held high. I want to gently remind you one final time, with all the love in my spirit, that this reading is guidance. It is a lantern, not a locked door. It is a map, not a mandate. The stars illuminate the path, but you are the one walking it. You always have free will. You always have the sacred right to reshape your story, to choose differently, to walk away from anything that dims your light. Take what resonated in your chest tonight, hold it close. Let it be a seed you plant in your heart before you sleep. And whatever did not land, whatever felt distant or unfamiliar, simply set it aside with grace. You do not owe it your energy. You only owe yourself your truth. And if this reading touched you, if it made you feel a little less alone in the vast, sometimes bewildering expanse of being human, I would be so deeply honored if you tapped the like button one more time. Subscribe if you have not already. Come back tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that. Let this be your little sanctuary, your quiet corner of the internet where someone speaks directly to your soul and reminds you that you are not walking this road by yourself. Share this video with someone who needs it. You never know whose spirit is quietly breaking and who might hear exactly what they need to hear through these words. Your one small share could be the hand that pulls someone back from the edge of giving up. That is not small. That is sacred. I want to leave you with a blessing tonight. Close your eyes if you can. Let my words simply be sound, simply be warmth, simply be a hand on your back in the dark. May the love that is coming find you ready. May it find you soft. May it find you with your arms open and your walls gently, gracefully lowered. May you recognize it not by the fireworks but by the peace, by the exhale, by the quiet voice inside you that whispers finally, finally, finally. May your body heal in ways you cannot yet see. May your work bring you not just income but dignity and joy. May your finances flow with ease and not struggle. May your family find the words that mend what silence has frayed. May your mind be clear, your focus sharp, your path illuminated. You are not behind, Taurus. You are exactly where the cosmos needs you to be. The miracle is not some distant, impossible thing. It is already in motion. It is already breathing. It is already walking toward you with your name on its lips. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for trusting me with your time, your heart, your quiet, stubborn, beautiful hope. I love you. The universe loves you. You are so deeply, endlessly, unconditionally loved. Go gently into this night. Sleep well. Dream soft, and tomorrow, when you wake, remember, you are not waiting anymore. You are becoming. Until the next reading, my beautiful Taurus, stay open. Stay soft. Stay you.